Hello. One second. If I don't open up the stream on my phone, I don't like, because like the way I'm streaming, it doesn't recognize that I'm like directly streaming to YouTube. I'm using like RTMP and then using my phone, and I'm jumping through a bunch of stupid hoops because I'm dumb and don't know what I'm doing. So I need to find the stream. There it is. Oh, and I'm listening to myself. There we go. I'll need that. The feedback. All right, there we go. Now I can chat with y'all and see what you're saying. All right. Today, we are going to be... How much delay do I have? Do I need to restart? No, that's fine. Okay. Today, we are going to be making a delectable meal. A delectable American meal. All right. So to start with, I'm going to be making a thing with flour. That thing, you might have been able to tell from the thumbnail, is a pumpkin pie, classic American dessert. I've already measured out 2.5 cups of flour, and I have a little bit of salt right here. So that's basically the crux of the recipe, is just going to be starting with that, because the first thing that we're going to be making before we actually assemble the pie is the dough. So this is the dough for the pie crust. So obviously, just like last time, I totally know this recipe because my grandmother passed it down from her grandmother, who passed it down from hers, and so on and so forth. And conveniently, they also uploaded it to this recipe website online so that I can just refer to that. So I've got 2.5 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt. Boom. Done with that. And basically I'm just going to be mixing this together and then adding some butter and turning it into a dough. And there's not really much to say about that. Dough is a dough. I don't have an actual whisk, so I'm going to use this slatted spoon. Wait, no, what do you call this? A skimmer? I don't know. It works. I just need to mix the salt in and not make a mess, if possible. And just in case you were wondering, I did wash my hands. Mr. I work in a kitchen is probably wondering that. No, he's just saying mega clown. Okay, well, that's also true. So there we go. Should I be like playing music when I'm doing this? I feel like it's awkward to just be cooking and talking to myself in the silence. I could turn on my projector and use that speaker to play music. I don't know. It just turned on for you? What did you miss? Bruh. Bro doesn't know how to refresh the page. Okay, today we're making a delectable American meal, alright? So the first part of that meal, obviously, is not the dessert, but we do have to start the dessert now because it's going to take some time. I am making a delicious pumpkin pie, an American classic. So here I have 2.5 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt that I already put in, and I'm just mixing that up. And the next thing that I'm going to add, just as my grandmother added, because this is definitely a family recipe that was passed down through the generations, is butter. It is a very nice spoon, yeah. I don't know where I bought it, probably Amazon. It was probably made in a Chinese sweatshop, just like all nice utensils are these days. Alright. So I need to add shortening and butter, actually, is what I need to add, which conveniently I have all of that right here. Here is the butter. I think I need 6 tablespoons, actually. So let me just get a knife. I should probably also... No, I don't need a cutting board. It's the only thing I'm cutting. Right there. I don't think I need more butter. Alright, so I've got 6 tablespoons of butter. And then I actually do need to cube that. And I'll get it. So I need to cut up the butter so that it's easy to mix in. You don't want the butter to be like melted. You want it to still be like relatively firm when you're making like a pie crust, because you want it to be flaky. And if you use melted butter, your pie crust will be more like airy, I guess, and not, or maybe like dense kind of, but like air pockets inside of the dents. So when you're making a dough, you need to do that. Is that a fucking slotted spoon you are cooking with? Yes, that is a... Well, this isn't a slotted spoon, actually. This is a skimmer, okay? A slotted spoon would be this. And yes, I can draw you a profile picture, but comms are not free. You're gonna have to pay for that. This. Just gonna dice up my butter real quick. There we go. I don't know if you can see this. I think the bowl's in the way. I'm just dicing up the butter. There we go. Dice that up and just toss it into this bowl. Alright. Now I need to mix other stuff in. 100 buck, 100 Thai baht. Actually, I'll do it for 20. I'll draw you a profile picture for 20 bucks. Sure, why not? That's enough to buy some merch. And then I need 2/3 of a cup of shortening, which I have right here. I don't use shortening very often because it's like why? It's basically just butter, but this recipe wants shortening. So, I mean, my grandma wants shortening. That's what she always used. That's how they did it back in the old days when it was black and white on TV. Okay, well, my fingers are too greasy. Why do you prefer Thai baht? You're not in Thailand yet. You still have like 4 months. Gah. Bro, what the fuck? Oh, there we go. What does shortening taste like? Does it just taste like butter? Can I eat this? That's true, nothing booked yet. But I also haven't booked anything for AWA yet, and that's next month. So maybe we should focus on the present instead. I'm gonna eat some of this, okay? Don't judge me. Just a little bit. Cheers. That is the most nothing flavor that I think I've ever tasted. It tastes literally, it has the consistency of like, you know, room temperature butter, but it tastes like literally nothing. It tastes like nothing. It doesn't taste bad, it just tastes like nothing. The texture's a little weird, but I mean, it's like eating butter. How much of this did I need? Two-thirds of a cup. How do I scoop this? Can I scoop this? This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Alright, that's like a third of a cup, roughly. And that's like a third of a cup. There we go. That is the shortening as needed. And then I just need the butter. And then I'm just going to take the butter and I'm going to cut it in. And basically just make like little, it's sort of going to be chunky. Yeah, it is basically, it pretty much tasted like congealed vegetable oil, which I guess checks out because it's literally all vegetable shortening. I would say that I don't recommend eating it, because why on earth would you do that? Alright. Now the hard part. This is probably gonna be the most difficult thing that I do all night, because it's just fucking elbow grease. I probably want to use forks for this. So basically the goal here is just to like mix it into chunks, like tiny little chunks that are coated in butter or coated in flour. I hate doing this, especially without a dough, like, what do you call it, a dough cutter or whatever the fuck. But I don't have that because I'm poor, and I also have a tiny apartment, so I don't have anywhere to put a stand mixer. So, you know, I'm doing it ye old fashioned way by hand. This is going to take a while. The most time-consuming part of this is that after I make this dough, it needs to sit in the refrigerator for like an hour. So while it's doing that is when I'm going to cook the actual dinner, the meal, the set piece of this fine cuisine. Yeah, just like how Grandma would make it. Except my grandma had a stand mixer, so I guess she was older and wiser. So, what have you guys been up to today on this fine Friday? Yeah, Grandma had that military pension money. I wonder if I could, like, smush it with this. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. Well, you're here now, Weeby. So you didn't just work all day, because you're here now. You're doing something else with your time. Do you work tomorrow? Or do you got tomorrow off? Or you just back at the grind? I wasn't playing hard to get earlier. I was just focused on other things. Which, by the way, I sent that DM finally. I had to send it on Twitter. I think I told you that I couldn't send it on Discord. So hopefully that pans out, but who knows. 12 hours tomorrow? Bruh. Why? That is not a normal work day. You gotta get on that 9 to 5 grind. That's tragic. That's actually tragic. I work 5 hours tomorrow. I work from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m., I think. Alright, I'm gonna do something else. I'm gonna do something evil here because this is a pain in the ass. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. When do you go into work tomorrow? Like what time? In the morning or? Oh, 11 to 12? So you don't go in until like noonish. Alright, give me a second. Let me get this white sticky stuff off my hand real quick. Ugh. This is a pain in the ass. I don't want to overwork this because if you do, it'll fuck it all up. Because you don't want it to be super gluten-y. Hey, don't judge. Alright? You see what kind of shit we get up to on Twitter. All right, this should be good. By the way, something we need to think about. We need to think about our bit, like what we're gonna do when we pull up to Bree. We can't just pull up with no plan, bro. That'll like be a waste. Be like, oh, why did you even go through all this if you were just gonna pull up and not do anything? Okay, here we go. Hands are clean now. Let's see, what do we got here? We got, oh, I am all out of the good stuff. Oh, wait, no, I'm not. Thank God. All right. Since you've got like 12 hours till you got to go back to work, cheers, brother. Assert Dominican? What does that even mean? Ugh. All right. The next step is going to be adding some water. So I need half a cup of water, add ice, stir it around, measure half a cup of water, since the ice is blah, 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 drizzle the cold in, 1 tablespoon at a time, stir with the water, ba-ba-da, ba-ba-da, boo, bee-ba-da, ba-ba-da. Okay, so I just want to slowly stir in a half a cup of very cold water, basically. Here is half a cup, right here. Fill it up to about right there. And then conveniently I have these ice cubes that aren't actually ice, so I don't gotta worry about like the water volume changing as the ice melts. Then I need a rubber spatula, which I should have a rubber spatula right here. And I'm just gonna very slowly mix this in. About half a tablespoon at a time. Honestly, it's already pretty sticky. I feel like I don't need all this water. Okay. What do you mean I'm fancy? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Alrighty. Now the fun part is that I have to transfer this dough to the tabletop here. I should probably clean the tabletop a little bit first. I cleaned it before I started, but better safe than sorry. There we go. Then I have flour right here to flour the table with. Just dump a little bit on the table here. And I'm basically just gonna fold this out. Basic dough shit. I feel like I do pretty good when I work with dough. I just fucking hate doing it because it makes such a mess doing all this shit. I could have just bought the pie dough, but I really didn't want to because, like, it's more fun to make it yourself. It just takes time. It's not hard, it's just annoying because, like, this, you gotta do this shit. But, like, it's not hard. So there we go. We got it like that now. Get the little fragments off. And now I want to roll it out so that it's like 2 like half-inch thick bits. Because this is technically enough dough to make 2 pies. Or it would be like 1 pie that can do like if it was like a pie that was double crusted, meaning it has like a crust on top like an apple pie would. But since a pumpkin pie is not actually a pie, a pumpkin pie is a tart. So it does not have anything on top, it just has custard on the inside. So let's flour that real good. Pat it out. And then roll it over itself a few times. Yeah, I think I still need some more flour. It's a little wet. Oh. Cookie butter cinnamon rolls sounds delicious. I'm okay at making cinnamon rolls. I just can't make an icing that like makes me happy. Cause like I want to make an icing that basically mimics like a Cinnabon icing, because I love Cinnabon's icing, but I just can't figure it out. So it just makes me sad whenever I try. Maybe I should try again. I feel like when I made that icing for the pumpkin bread, I feel like that came pretty close to the idea in my head of what it should taste like. Maybe if I'd added like a little bit of lemon zest or orange or something, it would have like made it perfect. But yeah, I like cinnamon rolls. You don't what with yeast? You don't... What's that stupid thing? You don't fuck with yeast? What do you mean you don't fuck with yeast? All you gotta do is, like, toss it in there. Technically, you don't even need to, like, proof it or anything if you know it's good. You don't know how to make it alive? I mean, if you just go to the store and buy yeast, it'll be alive when you buy it. You've probably seen, like, the proofing it where you, like, put it in water and, like, check to make sure it foams up. That's just proofing it. You're just making sure that it's alive. If you just bought it from the store, then it's gonna be alive. Proofing is really only necessary for something that you, like, this is still so wet. Something that you like have had for a while and don't know for a fact if it's still good. But if like you know the yeast is good, then there's like no need to even do that. Why is this dough so damn wet? I'm gonna fuck this up somehow. I probably have already fucked it up because like there's no reason why I should still be putting this much flour into the dough. But it also shouldn't be sticking this badly. I've definitely overworked it at this point, but oh well. Yeah, I mean, I get that if you don't like measuring stuff out. I mean, however, you are right here witnessing me somehow fuck up the amount of flour I needed, I guess. So, you know, you kind of just vibe, you know? Like, there is an element of, like, having to get things just right, but, I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm just making a damn pumpkin pie, man, you know what I'm saying? All right. This is probably still not going to cooperate, but it should be okay. Let me just do this. There we go. Now, what you're supposed to do at this point is put your dough inside a plastic wrap, but fun fact, I don't have any plastic wrap. You're gonna come cook in my kitchen? By all means. But yeah, I don't have plastic wrap, so what I'm gonna do is, put it in a Ziploc bag. That's basically the same thing. Probably. I don't know. Hopefully. And then I am going to slowly... Actually, I'm going to first flour it some more. Because otherwise, I'm just going to make a mess in this attempt. I'm going to carefully... It is falling apart. Why? Why is this falling apart? Okay, I am like struggling with this. Maybe I should have just fucking bought a pie crust, dude. I've done this before, I swear. And it should not be struggling this much. What is going on here? Well, like, it would be close enough if I could get it to come together. I didn't fuck it up. It's just not cooperating at all. Look at that. It's still sticking to the damn countertop. That should not be happening. Well, I'll just do it like this. Who cares? Either it works or it don't. Boopity beepity ba. A little bit more flour on there. There we go. And a little bit on the other side. There we go. Oh yeah. Look at that. We'll just do it this way. Where did I put that? Right here. Alright, now I will put the flour or the dough inside of this plastic bag. Seal that up. And I will put this one in the fridge where it will remain for 1 hour. And then I'll put this other one. Actually, I feel like I didn't make this even. I'll put this one in the fridge too. Fuck it. Just to be safe. And then whichever one's like the right size I'll use, and the other one I'll freeze. There we go. Put a little bit of flour on it, so that it's easier to maneuver. Yeah, I definitely worked the hell out of this, so I anticipate it being not very flaky. It's probably going to be very dense, but fuck it. it's all about the aesthetics, right? And the crust is not going to be visible when the pie is done for the most part, so no one's going to know. All right, so now we need to take an hour for this to sit in the fridge and just kind of chill out. So what we're going to do in this next hour is we're going to cook. We're going to cook a delicious American meal, all right? And I've prepared some delicious American meats for this meal. And I've also made a massive mess that I now have to work around. So give me a minute while I clean up. But this delicious American meal is going to be exactly what you would expect, which is to say it's going to be deep fried and covered in fat. Yes. Don't need any of these things. I do need the cutting board. I don't need the flour. Rinse off my hands. There we go. All right. So the things that I have prepared for us today to deep fry, first of all, we're going to need a pot. Bam. Then we're going to need oil. Boom. Not too much. The meat's not thick. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Come back. Okay, I see you talking about me not buying the pumpkin filling. That is true. Well, so the reason why I didn't do that is because I'm a lazy piece of shit. And I didn't want to do all that. And it would make a massive mess. So, fuck all that. That's why. No other reason. So today, what we're going to be deep frying is... So I've got a steak. That's eye of round. I've got chicken thigh. And I've got a pork chop. Yippee. I also have some other stuff that I'll pull out, but to start with, this is what we're going to be cooking for dinner. So, this is, of course, a classic American meal, as I'm sure you're aware. You've probably had this before in a restaurant or something, or maybe when your parents made it for you growing up. But it's traditional. This is what the pioneers used to eat. So what you want to do first is pat it dry, because you don't want it splashing too much. Your meats shouldn't touch. Brother, it's all about to go into boiling hot oil. I don't care if they touch. It's all going to the same place. Does that have a bone in it? Yes, this has a bone in it. I have a knife somewhere. Here it is. Alright, so, of course we're going to want to tenderize this meat. Just a little bit. Usually I do that by just hitting it with some slices, maybe stabbing it with a fork. So there we go. And now for this chicken, I guess I can just fry it with the bone in. Like, who gives a shit? But the pork chop, I probably need to cut up because it's not going to cook all the way through, I think, before the before the outside is done. So I'm definitely gonna need to cut this up. I'm probably gonna cut it into like strips. I feel like the steak, I can probably just toss it in whole. What do you think, professional chef? Can I just toss this into the hot oil whole? Cause like this isn't super thick, and it's just like a thin cut. So this, on the other hand, is like thick as fuck. This probably also will be fine. I mean, you know, they fry whole ass chicken thighs at like KFC and shit, so like that's probably fine. Well, you know what? If I beat the hell out of this pork chop, I can make it thin enough. Alright, well, you're gonna hate this because I don't want to use 2 bags. What heavy object do I have? Oh, here we go. That slotted spoon that you love so much. Yeah, beat the hell out of that shit. Thin it out, tenderize it. There we go. Just like my dad used to do. To the meat. Not to me. Obviously. There we go. Now, of course, we need to season our meat, or else it'll taste bland. So for that, I have da-da-da. Let me wash my hands. Da-da-da-da. What's up, Weeby? What you got for me? Why didn't you beat it with the frying pan, not the back of the spoon? The frying pan is heavy, and I am a weak and fragile little boy. So that is why. That answers your question, I hope. So I've got salt, and I've got pepper, which is all you need. There we go. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Salt and pepper. Done. Now the fun part, and by the fun part, I mean the messy part. Obviously, you can't just fry these things naked. Where's the fun in that? So that's where the eggs come in. I should have 2 bowls that I can use. Yeah. So naturally, I'm going to batter this meat. You gotta batter your meat, as they say. In this case, the chicken came before the egg, I suppose. Hold up, do I need to, if I'm gonna fry things, it's just flour and egg, right? Or should I put milk in the egg? It's been a while since I've done this. I don't remember. Who cares? It'll all work out in the end. I don't have a lot of flour left, so hopefully this is enough. I don't think I need any more for the pie. I'll save like a tablespoon. Just in case. And then I have this Cajun seasoning. Add a little bit of that to the flour. A little bit of accent. Flour, egg, flour, yeah. That's the way you do it. We're gonna need more eggs, but this will be good to start. All right, let's get that oil ripping. We'll start with the steak because I feel like the steak is like the easiest one. Egg. Flour. Also, I am not gonna eat like even half of this meat, just for the record. I'm probably gonna like hopefully I'll like save half of it and eat it tomorrow or something. Because I am definitely not gonna eat all this. Yeah. Do more egg now before it gets messy? What do you mean by that? Oh, you mean like go ahead and break some more eggs? I'm definitely gonna need more eggs. Whoa. Yeah, it's fine. Add a drop of milk. Yes, chef. All right. Also, I don't have any kind of a thermometer, so I have no idea what temperature the oil is. It's just going to be hot. I should probably set something else up to like put it on, like drain. I'll just use my frying pan. Whoa! Just about threw my fucking phone into the sink. What the fuck? Why does my thing say... Hold up. Okay, on my chat it says that I deleted every message, and I don't know why. What the fuck? Did I accidentally ban you? What did I do? What did I do? Unhide user. What is going on? Wow, this is crazy. I think I accidentally banned you or something. I'm gonna make you a mod. Alright, you're a moderator now. I don't know what that... There you go, you're blue now. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I can see it, though. I can see your chat. It says, like, every single one of your messages is gone in the chat for me. And it says that I deleted them, but I don't know why it says that. Anyways, you're a mod now, so fucking go hog wild. Alright, the oil is pretty hot. Are you banned, though? You're a mod. What do you mean, are you banned? I don't think you can ban a moderator. Go for it, dog. Ban anyone you want. Also, I just saw that, Vic. That's crazy. Alright, the oil's ready. Here we go, boys. The moment we've all been waiting for. I'll move the camera so you can see it cooking. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I'm just holding the camera because I don't have anything to actually set it on, so. Doesn't that look cool? Does that look good? Doesn't that look American to you? Hold on, I gotta get tongs. Get the first person POV of my dishwasher. So yeah, we're cooking now. Actually, I should probably set up the pork chop real quick. We are cooking, bros. Do I not own a frying pan? The fuck you talking about? I mean, I have a cast iron skillet, but this is gonna be a lot less mess than that because this is deeper. What do you mean toast ... What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with my kitchen. What is wrong with frying in a pot? I've literally always fried things in a pot. What else am I supposed to fry it in other than like a deep fat fryer? I don't own a deep fat fryer, so like this is the only other cooking implement that I own. Okay. Oh, that made some noise. My cast iron. Like, this is not deep enough to fry something in, and like, why would I when the pot's way deeper? Also, this oil is definitely too hot. Shut up, Ant. You don't know what you're talking about. I burned it. It burnt. I turned the heat down a little bit, but yeah, a little hot. I don't want it to burn the other side. At least it's got like a nice crust though, it's not like falling apart. Is there a light here? Oh, there's a light. Alright. That should be good. Oh yeah, look at that. Golden brown. That was a bad idea. Wait one. I am not buying anything right now. I don't need a frying pan. My pot is fine. You don't know what you're talking about. You think you're so great because you work in a professional kitchen. Well, you know what I've got right here? I've got my kitchen where I make the rules, and the rules say that I can fry a whole ass pork chop in a pot. I need to turn that up just a little bit. There we go. I have never once been scammed in my life. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm not falling for your tricks. Alright, so the next thing that we're frying is, of course, the chimkin. So, dude, I'm, like, doing this, and I'm, like, not even hungry. This is 100% all just going to be leftovers. Right. I hope he's crashing out. I hope he's like getting a good look into like the mind of an unprofessional chef. Also, I'm burning this shit. Holy shit. I can smell it. Oh yeah. You want to crash out about something? Crash out about this. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. That beautiful golden black. You know what I'm saying? Just like Meemaw used to make. Oh, my smoke alarm's going off. Fuck. I'm gonna turn on the fan. I turned the oil down. I turned it off, actually. All right. Reset. We're good now. It's fine. I'll do a little one of those, you know, a little bit of moi moi kyun, and the food will be fine. Alright, the chicken now. don't know what you guys are freaking out about. Alright, I think I've got the timing down though. Why are you sending clips to the streams and VODs? Why are you abusing your mod privileges? I didn't say you could at everyone, huh? Huh? Ugh. I was drinking soju earlier, so like beer just does not taste good right now. I should preheat the oven. Alright, look at this. Look at that beautiful golden brown. You know, we had a little bit of a mishap right here, right? The pork chop had some difficulties, but that's fine because I'm not a big fan of pork. The steak, on the other hand, not perfect, but like, it's okay. You know, I'm not complaining about this. But the chicken, on the other hand, dude, this shit's gonna be beautiful. Oh yeah, look at that. Just like they make it on the ship. It's kind of smoky in here. What's up with that? There is nothing wrong with using the pot to fry things, bro. Come on, this is how we do it in the South. Why are there 6 people here witnessing this now? Who are you people? Alright, so now that we've got the all of that done, I wanted to try a few other things. We got an egg. I only have a little bit of flour left, so I can't do a lot. So the couple of things that I want to try. So I want to fry some pepperoni, because every good American meal has pepperoni. And I want to fry a Kraft single, because fuck yeah, dude, America. Turn that off so that you sound good. You want me to throw a block of ice into the oil? What's that supposed to do? What's that supposed to do, huh? Huh, Zell? What's this supposed to do? What's this gonna do, huh? What's this gonna do? I'm not that stupid. I'm not that dumb. I'm not a lolcow. Alright, so, I'm just gonna take this oil off the heat for a minute so that we can check out what we've made. This is a conundrum because my kitchen is very small. Let me just move some things around here. I shouldn't need any more eggs right now. I don't need the milk. Let me just clean off the cutting board. I really should get 2. Yeah, I'm gonna cut into the pork chop first. And then I'll, well, actually, no, I'll cut into the steak first, because that was the first one I cooked. I'll just cut them in order. Something tells me the pork chop is gonna be, like, completely fucking raw on the inside, though. Like, I have no expectation of it to be properly cooked. The chicken, I think, is fine, because it cooked for a long time, because I had it at a lower temperature, so it probably, like, equalized throughout the whole meat. And the steak is probably fine, because it's fucking steak. But no one wants to eat a raw pork chop. By all means, send it to Ava. I don't give a shit. She's just my fucking Oshi, dude. Like, who cares? Fuck. Get this out of the way. You think the chicken's gonna be raw? I don't know. It cooked for a long time. Okay, so here is the steak. It's a little bit burnt on the other side, but on this side, it's like a nice color, right? And it's okay. And then this side is like whatever. It's not very crispy feeling. It's kind of soggy. I don't know. Who knows? I don't want to get meat all over the thing. I need to clean the knife too. I don't need cooking lessons, Zelly. I know what I'm doing. Been doing this shit for years. You think this is my first rodeo? I set that smoke alarm off every night. Wait, don't do that. Don't do what? What did I say I was gonna do? I don't know what I said. Oh, are you back at the ice cube? Alright, here we go. The moment of truth. Here is the steak. I'm gonna cut right down the middle. The steak is... Dude, that's like medium. Look at that. This is actually overcooked, I'd say. Well, I don't know. It's alright. It's like, it's not as crispy as like a chicken fried steak should be, but it's also way too fucking thick. A chicken fried steak would be punched a lot thinner. There we go. I mean, I'd send you some if I could. In fact, I'll airplane it into your mouth. Here we go. You can be the first one to taste test the pork chop. Look at that. Doesn't that look yummy? I'm gonna cut this one right down the middle too. Here we go. Moment of truth. Here we are. It is. That looks. That's cooked. What do you think, professional chefs? Well, it's fine to me. What do you mean raw like a motherfucker? It's not that raw. You know what? I'll fucking eat it. I'm not scared of a little bit of slightly undercooked pork. Not even undercooked. Bone apple teeth, bitches. Oh, hi, Carl. I didn't even see you there. Nah. There's no tapeworms in this. I bought this at Costco. This is premium shit. However, the breading is burnt as fuck, so I will not be continuing to eat that one at the moment. But now the creme de la creme. This is the one that I'm most proud of because like I got the temperature correct finally. Chicken. It's actually like golden brown. You know, it doesn't look like no KFC. You know, it don't look like no Popeyes, no Bohongles or nothing. But it looks all right. I'm gonna eat it. If I can avoid cutting through a bone. Yeah, there's like a bone right there, so it's kind of inconvenient. There we go. Oh! Oh! It's a little pink. I could use some Henny right now. Yeah, that's a little pink. I mean, it's dark meat, though. Ugh. I don't want to eat that. But I will eat this in piece. This is cooked. The breading is good. The breading is actually really good. It turned out perfectly. It's just that the meat on the inside is a little raw. But I can eat these in pieces. Like that's cooked all the way through. Okay. Yummy. I'm just gonna go ahead and pack all this up. Oh, hi, Kale. What's going on? We're just frying up some meats over here, making a classic American meal. So, what we've got here. So, in review, since we just finished up the first phase of this meal, the appetizer, if you will. First of all, I cooked the steak. This is just like a the breading's falling off. This is like just an eye round. This turned out pretty good. It's a little, it's medium. You know, it's like a medium. The pork chop here is like also like a little rare for pork, but like it's not the worst. And this chicken, however, yeah, not too sure about that. The breading for the chicken turned out the best just because like I had the temperature dialed in finally, so it didn't instantly burn like the pork did. But hey, you know. Not sponsored or anything. Yet. Of course. If you're watching. Alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and bag all this up because I'm not gonna eat any more of this right now. I'll eat this pork. Honestly, because I'm going to microwave, obviously. After I nuke this shit in the microwave, the pork will definitely be fine. Honestly, the chicken will probably be fine, too, after I nuke it. This is going to be lunch tomorrow when I'm going to work. Actually, it's going to be dinner tomorrow when I'm going to work at, like, 6 p.m. I don't want that chicken, however. What's wrong with putting it all in the same bag? Okay, I'm gonna wash all this off. I'm just gonna toss this chicken. So if you want the deep scoop, I've actually had all this meat. Well, the steak, I just bought the steak recently, but the pork chop and the chicken I've had in the freezer for like 3 months because I just like had the one piece left over and I've just like not gotten around to cooking it. So this was a good excuse to get rid of it. It might be wasteful from a food perspective, but think of the content. Kale, I'm trying not to think about that too much. Alright? I am clean on kitchen cleanliness or something. It'll be fine. just clean up the knife here. Alright, so we've still got a little bit of time before the pie crust is ready. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to fry a few more things. Course break. We're going to fry a few more things. Because I also have a little bit of flour left over. And these things shouldn't take a lot of flour. Shut up, Ant. You know what you're talking about. I used a sponge, hot water, and soap. It's fine. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to fry is a slice of cheese. This is an American classic. This is a Kraft single. Name brand shit, for that matter. I'm going to try and fry it as like one solid entity, even though like it'd probably be easier if I broke it up. Get that oil ripping again. Now, the thing that you're probably asking yourself or wondering is, hey, Toast, isn't that cheese just going to melt as soon as it hits the oil and turn into a mess? And the answer to that question is we're going to find out together. Alright, Zell, see you around. I am anticipating that reshoot because that video is going to be fire once it's done. Alright, so flour first, just to dry her out a little bit. And then we've got egg. Oh yeah, this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be like some carnival food. Oh, it's breaking up. It's not gonna be a perfect square. Damn. Oh no. I wanted it to be a perfect square. Oh well. I will do my best to keep this piece whole. Alright. Taking bets on whether or not this is actually gonna like stay as one solid piece or just turn into like a molten mess. Yeah, if I had frozen the cheese, that might have helped. But we're already in deep, so... Here, I'll give you guys that first-person POV. That FPOV, you know what I'm saying? Here we go. It's probably not hot enough yet, actually. It is definitely not hot enough yet. I lied. I fucked up. All right, we'll give it another minute. I should probably crank it just a little bit. So, Kale, a thermometer is one of those things that might have helped, but it's also one of those things that I don't own. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way. The way we did it home in the South. Alright, see ya, Carl. I don't know why you guys are so stressed out. I know what I'm doing. I've done this before. I mean, I've never fried a piece of cheese before, or a whole steak, or a whole pork chop. Actually, I don't think I've ever fried a whole piece of chicken, but I've done like some of these things in part. Oh, let me get the camera. First person, here we go. That's cool. It's like bubbling. As long as it doesn't explode on me. I got this other piece right here. All right, now I'm gonna batter up some pepperoni. I'll just do like 3 pieces. I should probably be watching the cheese right now since I don't actually know like what it's gonna do. But I'm trying to multitask. I'm trying to be productive. I'm a very busy guy. Alright. Pepperonis are peppa battered. It's not gonna burn! Oh. That is not coming out like that. I need a slotted spoon. See, I know what I'm doing. Look at this. Look at that. It honestly doesn't look like that bad. Other than the fact that my oil is like disgusting, so you know. I didn't burn it. It's fine. It definitely did not cook very cleanly. Like, it definitely made a huge mess, but we did it. Let me just skim this off. Dude, this oil is disgusting. Alright, time for the peps. What do you mean, doobie glorpy? Drink it? Drink what? The oil? I would die. Do you want me to die? A horrible, painful death? Alright, that is it. I was thinking about frying a hot dog, but I just want to bake the pie at this point. Honestly, you're right. The hot oil will just kill off the salmonella. Maybe you're onto something. I know I had doctors in the chat. Dude, these pepperonis look good. Look at this. It kind of looks like a fried pickle. I want to break the crust. All right, we are officially done with that nasty ass oil. Alrighty, here we are. I don't need any of these things anymore. Ta-da! Doesn't this look like a delicious, succulent American meal? Maybe minus like the oily paper. Dude, the cheese is crisp. Get this shit out of here. I'm like surprised by how crisp the cheese is. Also, my phone is going to die. Yeah, guys, remember to like the stream. It helps me out a lot. Drop a subscription too if you haven't already. Again, it helps me out a lot. All right, here we go. Listen to that. Listen to this. That's crisp. I'm surprised. All right, well, Nothing like a little bit of cheese and beer, you know what I'm saying? Bone apple teeth, boys. My hands are clean, it's fine. Okay. Okay. I might be a genius. It's a little salty, which might be because like there's like salt. I salted the batter, and there's also like some residual salt in the oil. But honestly, it's kind of just like airy. I feel like the cheese is like gone almost. Like it's almost it's like hollow on the inside. I think the cheese like melted and just mixed with the batter. So it honestly, like, I don't know, it tastes pretty good. This is literally my second stream. So if you liked the first one better, then cool, I guess. You know, I'm happy for you. But this is art. This is art, alright? And art can't stop for the normative functions that you expect. We have to keep pressing forward. Okay, so now I'm gonna eat a deep fried pepperoni. Here we go. Cheers, boys. It's not bad. Again, it's salty because I salted the batter a little bit, and then there's probably like salt residual coming off the meat and stuff. So, both of these I would say that I would probably fuck with if they were less salty. All right, you don't need to look at that here. There we go. You don't gotta look at you don't gotta look at the sink. All right, I don't have a lot of room here. Like, there's not much I can do. Maybe one day I'll be rich and famous and I'll have a streamer house. Okay, but I'm gonna need some. I'm gonna need some rich and generous viewers to make me their Discord kitten. How did I put it more in view? It's out of view now. What are you talking about? Here, I'll just angle the camera. Fuck you. Ugh. Yeah, get Carl in here. I need somebody to give me. I need an income of approximately $500 a month, and then I can move into a bigger apartment that has a dedicated kitchen. Because in case you didn't notice, I live in a studio, and this is like my entire space, so a bit limited right now. So if I can get some rich daddies to support me, dude, I'll be fucking. You know, I'll be doing some. I'll get on that Fansly, you know what I'm saying? Yeesh. You're welcome in any time, Aunt. I'm proud of my living space. Honestly, it's living in a studio ain't bad. Also, I'm not gonna eat any of this, so I know there's starving kids in Africa, but I don't think they were gonna eat my pepperoni and cheese anyways. Wait, this is literally a charcuterie board. Wait a second. Hold up, do I have wine? I do have wine. Do I have a wine glass? I don't think I own a wine glass. Yeah, I don't own a wine glass, so... Hey, Aunt, what do you think of my charcuterie board? What do you think of my charcuterie board? I got the bread and butter wine, and then I've got cheese and meat, and cured meat. This is just like what they eat in Italia. Right? You take the cheese and you take a piece of the meat and you like put them on top of each other. Is that what they do? They do like that? This is how we do it in America. Bone apple teeth, bitches. Oh, I sure am glad I did that. Ugh. Oh. Ugh. Yep, I've had this wine for a little bit too long, so that might be why I'm having a strong reaction to this. Because otherwise, there is absolutely nothing wrong with this meal. Alright, now that that's out of the way, now that we're done eating dinner, so one bad thing that I didn't really think about is that the pie has to bake for like an hour. So we're gonna make the pie and then I'm gonna end stream and I'll just show you a picture of it later. Because I don't have enough content prepared to keep you entertained for another hour. You know, being a streamer is very difficult. It's very taxing. And I do have a day job. I'm not using the cast iron as a plate. I was just, well, I guess I was using it as like a surface to like drain the fried stuff on, because I don't own like a cooling rack. I really should get something, but I don't fry stuff that often, so haven't really thought about it. I also spend all my money on VTubers, so I'm kind of cool like that. I don't really have disposable income. I have 1% battery life, so I'm gonna go plug my phone in, and hopefully it doesn't die before I do that. There we go. Yes, I could have used a plate, but the reason why I didn't use a plate is because I only own 2 plates, and one of them is dirty, and the other one is like a small plate, so. Okay. I've got a clean workstation, and my phone. I need to plug my phone in right here. All right. Sorry, coffee maker. I'm unplugging you so that I can charge my phone. Why is my phone at 0% now? How does that even work? Okay. My phone is at 0%, and if my phone dies, the stream ends because I'm using my phone as like an interface with the camera. So, give me like 5 minutes or something. I don't know. You know what? I would put on Family Guy Funnies for you guys again, but you hated it last time, so I don't want to traumatize you further. Is there anything that you would like to see? Oh, I know. I can pull you up. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold up. I can open up the chat right here. Wait one. We don't need that. All right, I can see the chat now. Wait, is that? All right. What do you guys want to watch? You guys want to watch Family Guy Funnies again? You hated it last time, but maybe this time it'll be better. Family Guy Life of Brian. Alright, I'll even dual screen it. You want Pokemon card openings? Fan as Mill Flames. Oh, Which one? I don't know any Pokemon card content creators. This one has 31,000 views in 2 days. He must be popular.
For the past 11 years of Pokemon cards being released, the third or the second set that they release in a generation. So right now we're in the Pokemon Mega Evolution generation, and we have the Scarlet and Violet era, you have the X and Y era, but for all of those eras, all those generations, the second
Wow,
or
okay,
third
the
set
stream
was
delay is really bad right now. What the fuck is up with that?
one Pokemon, one of the most popular Pokemon on planet Earth, and that is none other than Charizard. And this is no exception. They've somehow deemed that Mega Charizard X is the cooler one between Mega Charizard X and Mega Charizard Y. Personally, I agree with that, but that might be a bit of a hot take, and one of the chase cards has become so rare, I think it's even more expensive than the gold card in this set, and that is the Trio Charizard Evolution card, which features Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. This is my first time seeing a majority of these cards in English, so I'm really excited to see if we can't do a dent into our complete set binder that I'm building. Come on, art rare on the first one would be absolutely iconic. Okay, Suicune reverse, not the end of the world, and the very first freaking pull of the booster box is none other Charizard. Oh, it's a Mega Pokemon and it's a Mega Heracross EX. Okay, this is a pretty wicked start, getting an EX straight off the bat. I wonder if the ratios are like, you know what, the pull rates actually can't be that ridiculous because this is one of the smaller sets. I think the total number of cards, we can have a look, it's in the 90s. Yeah, it's like 94. So there's 94 cards, but then if you include the secret rare, the set's only like 130 cards big, because there's only like 40 or 30 something secret rares, which is like all the art rares, all the full arts. And that's a really, really small set. That's a cool art. So I don't think the hit rate's going to be amazing, otherwise you'd complete the set after like 5 booster boxes. But what everyone's going to be cracking the set open for is obviously one of the 2 Charizards. So as I mentioned right before, everybody wants that secret rare Charizard. I actually pulled it on stream a couple of weeks ago. If you watch my, I voted the stream, I pulled it for someone and it was the coolest looking card in Japanese.
So what are you guys up to?
English. I don't care what it takes. Generally, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up.
Hey yo, Dragon, what's up?
He knows that I'm gonna collect them all. Okay. But if you like the video, thumbs it up because I want to open like boosters and boosters of the set. I just want to complete the whole thing, which means I'm gonna get that Charizard with the Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard on the front. I'm also gonna get all the art rares. It's actually right there, including this one, the Togedemaru art rare. Straight up, we got Mega Heracross EX and then a Togedemaru. I was about to say, Mega Evolutions number 2 is better than number 1, but that's a wild statement. I'm going to leave it to you guys. I think we can have a discussion about, is this set better than the base set? Because I literally saw a thread this morning when I woke up on Twitter, aka X. They were talking about Mega Evolution's base set being one of the best sets in recent memory. Like Lucario and Gardevoir gold cards and really good chase cards, and they protected the, I guess, like the amount of chases. People were still hunting for stuff, but they weren't like insanely rare to get. The gold cards were just ridiculous. Thornton, that looks really nice. But I reckon, and like following it up with a Charizard set, where the gold Charizard is as equally tough to get, but so sought after. Like, with the gold Charizard on screen, that would be iconic. But here's the deal.
I just wrote this on the short on.
Yeah,
I'm just waiting for my phone to recharge some because, like, the fucking, it was almost dead. Oh, you know what? I want to see if there's like any. Oh, I know what I want to do. I know what I want to do.
And I presume, to the best of my knowledge.
No, yeah, I figured it out. It's not that delayed anymore. I know what's going on.
Always appreciate that. I think that would do the same ratio on this set. It would be 1 in every 1,200 packs would be a Charizard gold card. But because we got the Charmeleon.
Now fuck this. This is more important. Dude, did you see this shit?
Alright, well then, to make it fair, I'm removing Twitch chat as well. So, today, I am gonna do my best to make chocolate brownies! I actually
Bro, she's hot as fuck.
Like 2 days ago, and I was just like, what the fuck am I gonna make? I have
Nah,
no
but for real though, I
idea.
love Bonnie. I didn't notice she like
What do
cosplayed
I-
and stuff
what do I
though.
make? And I was like, I could make a
She's
cake,
doing Killer
but
D
then I
right
was like,
now.
Cakes
She's
kinda
also
take
making
ages
she's
to
making
bake.
brownies.
Like some of them take like 30 to 40 minutes. I was like, I do not have time for that. Just like stand here and entertain you guys for 40 minutes.
Oh, I didn't mean to close it. That's so sad.
And I was just like, what the fuck am I gonna make? I have no idea. What do I?
I wonder if my
what do I
phone's
make?
good
And I
now.
was like, I could make a cake, but then I was like, ugh. Cakes kind of take ages to bake. Like some of them take like 30 to 40 minutes. I was like, I do not have time for that. Just like stand here and entertain you guys for 40 minutes. And then I was like, huh, how hard is it to make brownies? Turns out, not that hard. However, I did not get a recipe until today. So I went to the shops completely blind, bought ingredients completely blind, just assumed what I needed, just kind of guessed what I might need for brownies. So, whether or not I have all the ingredients, we shall find out today, together! Yay! Uh-oh.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed
It's
this
turning around.
moment of programming. You're gonna have to finish watching that in your own time. Alright everybody, are you ready? I'm not wearing cosplay, maybe next time. But I do have the implements for baking prepared. So, if you were here a couple hours ago, or an hour ago, how long has it been? It's been 98 minutes. If you were here an hour and a half ago, you would know that we were making a pie. And that it's also my great-great-grandmother's original recipe that she just happened to upload online. So, I'm just pulling that out right now. Preheat to 375. It's gotta get a little bit hotter. I had it at 350. Alright, so we just need to roll out the dough at this point, basically. That's the first step, obviously. A pickle pie? And yes, I will make Vic's birthday cake, but don't expect anything like of a higher quality than what you're getting right now. It's not that I'm bad at baking, it's just that I'm out of practice. I actually used to bake a lot. I used to make bread pretty regularly. When I first moved to America, I was making bread like weekly as just like lunch, because when I first moved here, I was in a pretty bad situation with my rent, because like I kind of underestimated the cost of living of San Diego. So I moved into a place that cost like $1,000 more than what I could really afford. So I was eating a lot of bread and cheese for lunch. Alright. My rolling pin is kind of not clean right now, so hopefully this will work. You know what? I know what I'm going to do, because this is not going to cooperate if I do it any other way, is that I'm just going to do this. Bam! And then we're going to do this. And it's going to work just fine, because it's a pie crust. So for a pie crust, you want it to have like some overhang. Now what I'm going to let you know right now is that this is going to be fucked up. And I don't know what I did wrong, but for some reason the recipe... you know what? I'm blaming the recipe. My grandmama's recipe sucks. Oh yeah, this is fucked up. I don't care. So what's happening right now that like lets me know that it's fucked up is that the dough is way too wet, and I expect it to stick to the pan really bad, but whatever. I don't even know why. I'll grow by then? You think I'm gonna get better at baking? I mean, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I don't know about all that. To be honest, I had much higher expectations for this dough, for this pie crust. So I am a little disappointed in how it turned out. It's too wet, but it's a little late for that because I've already got it in the pan. Oh, by the way, what were you driving around looking for, Dragon? What drink are you making tonight? Or this weekend? Alright, that'll work. Not enough water? I think it's too much water. Alright, so now I gotta make the filling, and the filling is hopefully the easiest part. But I had another bowl. This will probably be big enough. So, the next step is to par bake the crust, which you do by putting parchment paper like so. And then I used to have pie weights, but I don't know what I did with them. So I am going to use what am I going to use? Something else that can go in the oven. Nope. Well, I don't have anything else, so I'm just going to put it in there. Alright. Next, I'm going to make the filling, which, if you will recall what I said earlier, okay, I definitely need a bigger bowl. A pumpkin pie isn't really a pie, it's more like a tart, because it doesn't really have like a typical pie filling, it just has a custard, so check your pie knowledge. Dude, my sink is fucked up right now. I think it's because of all of the dough that's gone down the drain, or like the flour. I'm gonna have to clean it out. Alright. So for this, it's gonna be the full can of pie filling, 3 eggs, and a number of other things. So here are the eggs, which I conveniently have almost exactly enough of. Ichi, ni. Whoop, come back here. San. There we go. Let's just grab myself another fork to beat that egg. Beat the eggs. And now you shit on me last time because you were like, oh, he's using a weak, pathetic virgin can opener that doesn't have like a leverage or whatever. And I don't care. I'm gonna do it again. Just like Grandma used to do it. Except my grandma had one of those magnetic ones that like is electronic. There we go. Pop the lid, maybe, where it's like stuck. There we go. Oh yeah, scoop all that shit out of there. Yummy. Alright, and then I need a little bit of milk. Just a quarter cup. There we go. Now I'm just going to mix all this stuff together to sort of create the base for this custard. And then I have some spices and stuff that I'm going to toss in, just a few. I don't have all the stuff that the recipe calls for because I didn't feel like buying all of it, but this is like the essentials of the thing. And then I got to add sugar, obviously. It's got to be sweet. There we go. Let's see, I think I have cloves. That's nutmeg, that's cloves. And I think it also calls for cinnamon, which I should have as well. 1/8 of a teaspoon of cloves, 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, and 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon. I'm just gonna sort of do this because I don't think that it really matters that I have like exact measurements for this stuff. The cinnamon I'll make sure I have like a proper amount of. I'll go ahead and measure out that. It's like a substantial amount. There we go. And now we're just going to want to mix all this together. Alright, so now I need to pull the pie crust out, and I'm going to want to punch holes in it. Yeah, I definitely fucked up this pie crust, but oh well, that is what it is. I'm not chuffed up about it. I think that maybe I needed more dough as well. It feels like it's too thin, but It's definitely all fucked up because it was too wet. Throw that back in there for a few minutes. You want me to taste the pie filling? It's got raw egg in it, so I'm like a little sketch on that. Let me get the, I gotta put cream in it still, I think. Let me just make sure that's all done. Yeah, I gotta put a cup of cream in. I got a cream in this pie. Whoo! Yup. This is a 1/4 cup, so I need 4 of these. There we go. I didn't really bite into the medium chicken though. I ate like the not medium parts of the chicken. But fine, if you want Toasty to eat raw egg so badly, Toasty will eat some raw egg. Alright. I'll just, like, I'll like lick off the spoon or the fork. Oh, I didn't put the sugar in. I was like, what the fuck? Why doesn't it taste sweet? Blech. Yeah, I need a whole ass 1 1/4 cups of brown sugar. That would have really sucked. You know what? Actually, you know what? Thank you for telling me to taste test it. Because if I hadn't taste tested it, I would not have caught that. As dumb and obvious as it is, I would not have. Also, I have 10% battery left, but we are almost done, so that is okay. Yeah, that was weird. It was like, ew, that just tastes like raw pumpkin with like milk. I was like, what the fuck? It's like slightly bitter. It's like, that does not taste like pumpkin pie filling. Because you're supposed to put this much fucking sugar in it to make it not taste like pumpkin. There we go. There we go. I should probably get something better to mix it with. I don't have anything. Fork it is. There we go. I was also wondering why the color was so light. Now it looks more like pumpkin pie filling. There's a lot of like brown coloration that comes from dark sugar. Alright, now I'll give it a taste test. Bone apple teeth. I need to mix it better, but yeah, that tastes proper now. I should have... There we go. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to mix. It's so wet. You want me to add more cinnamon? You can tell it needs it. It tasted like it had cinnamon in it. But sure, if you think it needs it, you're the chef. Oh, you know what? And another thing that I'm realizing that I'm missing, which explains why it's so watery. I didn't put the cornstarch in it. I literally have this whole ass thing of cornstarch sitting right here. Also, the reason why I didn't look happy is because it wasn't mixed properly. It still had like granular sugar in it. That's half. Need 2 of these. Go. Now it should thicken up a little bit. You need to get the live session? How do you get the live session? Is it like a lottery or something? To be honest, I don't really even want to go that badly. I really do not want to go to LA right now. Especially since I'm going to Anaheim next weekend. But like, I don't know. My friend wants the Mint merch, so I should go to get that. I will be at work tomorrow at 7 p.m. So I cannot make promises that I will be available at all. In fact, I think I'll be on the, I have to be at work at 6:30, I guess. So I'll be at work, and I might be able to, but I can't make any promises. All right. I don't think I'm going to use all of this filling, but we will see. Yeah, I definitely did not need all of that. I don't know why the recipe tells you to make this much. All right. Now I put this back into the oven for 1 hour. What time is it right now? It's 8:20. All right. Well, that was a very interesting adventure. The pie definitely is not really turning out how I wanted it to, but whatever. I had fun making it, so I don't really care. Usually that's kind of how it goes when I cook, is that I just kind of have fun making it, and then I don't even eat it because I have like a bird stomach. Even if it's good, I end up like not eating it. So I had fun. I'm not gonna sit here and entertain you for an hour though. In fact, I'm just gonna like clean up and take a shower, and then this will be done in like an hour, and I'll take pictures so you can see the fruits of my labor, of our labor, in an hour. So yeah, that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me descend into the culinary halls of fame, culinary Valhalla. If I get salmonella poisoning, you will know, but I'm pretty confident in my gut biome, and I think that I will be fine. I am not taking you to the shower. I'm gonna take this beer to the shower though, but not you. Sorry, that is paid member content only. So maybe after we get memberships opened up, I will do shower streams. But in the meantime, I don't have an outro. Bye, bitches. If I can figure out how to end stream. Oh, I have to click the button.